Welcome to Mobile Freedom Enterprise, and this is the glue that I'll be using. You can pick this up at any Dollar Tree or any dollar store you might have in your area. This is a super glue made by the original super glue company. It's called the Fix-All Adhesive, and it's only $1. It's amazing. I've used this for all kinds of things. Yeah, last time I used it for this. This was it's a makeshift holder that I enjoyed before when it was working, and then it broke off. I had a problem, it broke off because there was too much pressure going into it trying to put the phone in. So I had this iHome, also from very inexpensive, $10 once. And this is so much easier to use. I open it and boom, the phone goes in. Not the other one, I had to tighten it, always mess with it. So I did a little makeshift connection here. Did the screw, but this was spinning around, so I used this glue to glue it in. It's from another tube that was barely had any glue in, and it's like solid as a rock. And the beauty of this is, if you use it in your car on any of the plastics, it's incredible, because when you're ready to sell the car, all you do is take it off, and you can peel it right off. It comes right off. But once it's on, it's like cement. So what we're going to be using it today for is just this rattling sound. I've gotten under the vehicle, and it's not any stabilizer by or anything like that. It's basically what I believe it is. Now here's what I'm explaining about the spring. On not all vehicles, I know that on the Mazdas, you will find the springs fit into a metal cup like this. So the spring, after some time, can cut off, just shears right off. It's quite normal, but there'll still be a complete, actually it's not a good drawing, but this will cut off, and this little piece will sit here in this cup, and that's what makes the noise, the rattling sound. So it's more like this. Here's a better description of why you don't need to change the spring. It'll be this little tiny piece here. It's a defect in these springs on these Mazdas and some of other vehicles as well. Some Volvos, some Fords. They're all manufactured from the same materials, same springs, same factories, everything. So this would shear off here, and this piece will rattle around and give you that knocking sound. It's a high pitch. When you hit a bump, a speed bump, or maybe you're just driving and barely hit a like a pothole or something, and we'll hear that. So what I've done is, as I showed you in the video, on the side here, I'm sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, but here's the tube of glue, and I drop it in here around the entire bottom of this, and this glue will get right in here and just hold that in place. And it's no big deal when it comes time to pull this off. There's no problem, because this glue from the dollar store, the one I showed you, will just peel right off. It's super powerful, very, very strong glue, but when it comes time, you can just pry it right off, and it doesn't damage the cup or any surface. That's why you can use it in interior of cars, plastics, sunglasses, shoes, you name it. Spring, but sometimes the springs in these cars, and many different cars, but so you can apply this to any car. There's a cup where the spring fits into, and the spring can get a little old, rusted, maybe shear at the tip of the bottom of the cup. The spring doesn't need to be changed, because it's still a very good spring. It's inside the cup. It's being held together. So it's not a problem with the spring. Maybe it loses a little of its integrity, but I don't feel any difference in the car and the vehicle. And I rarely have anyone in the back seat except my kids. They don't wait till it's together. 100 pounds total. So what I attempt to do is put this glue in there. Just drop it in there. Just go into the car. I don't even have to lift it. Just drop this glue in the bottom, and see if this will seep in through wherever the loose piece of spring is, and glue it to whatever it's sitting on, and that'll keep it from running. Let's see if it works. Okay, when you get under here, you got to be really careful, because the muffler's right here, and if you touch that, especially after just stopping the vehicle, you're in big trouble. So this is basically where I'm just going to drop the bottom of this. There's a cup right there, and that's where the piece of the bottom of the spring may be loose. So you see, this is where I'm dropping the glue. Make sure it goes to the bottom of the pan.
try to get to the other side. There's a hole down here, and this is where basically you could feel the tip. You can't really tell anything from here. But just drop the glue in there and let's see what happens.
Okay, I couldn't record the audio from the before and after because there's wind noise on the outside of the car, but it actually did work. So the glue, this is a simple quick fix for only $1, and it eliminated the crackling sound at the bottom of the car. In Volvos, Audis, Fords, depending. If you just look underneath the car and you have that spring that fits into a cup and there's a rattling sound from there, it's absolutely from that missing or that rattling piece of spring that just shears off after some time. So drop in the glue, drive it around for about a mile, let it dry up, and 24 hours later, that piece of metal will be stuck to the cup of the spring that I showed you in the video, and your problem solved. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and talk to you later.